Hi, my name is Lida Riani binti Muhammad Rafi. Today, let's begin with a brief introduction to ISO 40000. ISO 40000 is a series of international standards developed by the International Organization of Standardization or ISO, specifically focused on environmental management. The main purpose of this standard is to help organizations reduce their environmental impact, comply with environmental laws, and continuously improve their environmental performance through such a system. Now, why ISO 40000 is important in environmental management? It provides a solid framework for setting up environmental management system or EMS. This helps organizations identify and manage the environmental aspect of their operation. In addition, it promotes sustainability by encouraging pollution control, efficient use of resources, and better environmental practice. Overall, ISO 40000 is not only improve environmental outcomes, but also strengthen an organization legal compliance and public image.
Hi, Assalamualaikum. I'm Shazana Akila. I'll be giving a brief overview of the ISO 14000 family of environmental management standards, focusing on their rules, impact, and the real-world examples. So, the most important of this is ISO 14001. It provides a framework for organizations to build an effective environmental management system, or we call it as EMS. By following ISO 14001, companies can reduce their environmental impact, comply with laws, and promote sustainability. So, as for the example, Toyota Company adopted ISO 14001 in its global factories and significantly reduced carbon dioxide emission while introducing hybrid system and zero waste policies. So, next is ISO 14004. It offers general guidelines on EMS like a how-to manual. So, small businesses like dental clinics or local factories often use it as starting point before going for full ISO 14001 certification. So, as for the ISO 14020 focuses on the eco-labeling. It ensures companies give honest environmental claims like eco-friendly labels on biodegradable packaging. For ISO 14031 deals with performance evaluation. It helps track key indicators like emission or waste reduction. For instance, a manufacturing firm might monitor water or energy savings after installing efficient machines. ISO 14040 is about life cycle assessment. It evaluates the full environmental impact of a product from raw materials to disposal. A smartphone company might use it to understand the carbon footprint of its device. And lastly is ISO 14064, deals with greenhouse gases, measuring, reporting, and reducing emissions. So companies like Nestle use it to track their carbon footprint in sustainability reports. In conclusion, the ISO 14000 family helps companies of all sizes become more environmentally responsible. Whether it's tracking emissions, using eco-labels, or managing waste, these standards provide the tools to create greener future. Thank you.
Hi, Assalamualaikum. So my name is Muhammad Faiz Fitri. So it's my part to introduce about the company we have chosen in application of ISO 14000, which is Toyota Motor Corporation. As we know, Toyota Motor Corporation is one of the largest company which will manufacture the vehicle, robotics, and machine, electrical equipment where we found in supermarket and anywhere we can anywhere we go. So Toyota Motor Corporation is automotive industry which located in Toyota City, Japan. The company was established in 1937, and application of ISO 14000 is very important for them to maintain environment sustainability because of their very large production and their effect on environmental. Without further ado, let's look through the application of ISO 14000 by this company. In order to improve the sustainability throughout its operation, Toyota Motor Corporation has been a global leader in implementing ISO 14000 standard, especially ISO 14001, which is Environmental Management System. So first, I go to their objective, which is zero waste to landfill. The action they took is by implementing recycle and reuse program, and also they convert water into energy. And next, their objective is also energy efficiency and carbon reductions. And the action they took for this objective is shift to renewable energy, like such as solar and wind power in their factories. They also use hydrogen fuel cells to forklift and plant operations. And the third one, carbon dioxide reduction in vehicle production, such as in low emission paint shops. They also try to reach the water conservation as their main objective. The action they took is closed loop water system in plants where they reuse and recycle the water they used. And they also use rainwater harvesting and wastewater recycling. So lastly, their point is to green supply chains. The action they took is supplier audits for ISO 14001's compliance, and second, encourage the eco-friendly materials such as recyclable plastic and bio-based fabrics. So what is the result and achievement by this action? So first, in waste reduction and circular economy, they're able to reach 100% of the North American plants achieve zero landfill status in 2021, and over 90% waste recycling rate in most global factories. Not only that, 30% of reduction in waste per vehicle since 2000s. They also achieved the energy efficiency and carbon dioxide emission reductions. The result they achieved is 22% reduction in carbon dioxide emission per vehicle. They also cut 15% in energy use per vehicle, and also carbon neutral plants in Europe, such as in UK, factory runs on 100% wind and solar power. And not only that, they also achieve the water conservation and pollution prevention. The result they achieve is 30% reduction in water use per vehicle, and also zero hazardous wastewater discharge in major plants. And there's also sustainable supply chain and green materials. The result they achieve is over 1,000 suppliers aligned with Toyota sustainability standards and 20% reduction in supply chain carbon dioxide. And last but not least, the air quality and biodiversity protection is also improved. The result they achieve is 50% of reduction in nitro oxide emission and sulfur dioxide emission since 2005. Also zero major air and water pollution violation in past decades. So in the next slide, we can see how they achieve the carbon dioxide emission reduction, and also the application of hybrid in their current vehicle.
Renewable energy is a critical instrument by which we can reduce our carbon footprint.
We're taking existing vehicle platform and we're removing all of those components related to those systems. The concern point from those is obviously pollution, carbon dioxide, and diesel particulates. And by replacing the diesel powertrain with the electrified components, we're able to convert these vehicles into zero emission vehicles.
To conclude, the ISO 40000 series is essential to its supporting sustainable environmental practice across industry. These standards, especially ISO 40001, provide organizations with a structured approach to reduce their environmental footprint while complying with legal and regulatory requirements. Through our case study on Toyota, we saw how the company successfully applied ISO 40001 to achieve impressive results. This includes zero waste to landfill, significant reduction in CO2 emission, improved water conservation, and a sustainable supply chain. This shows that implementing ISO 40000 standards not only protect the environment but also enhance a company operational performance, reputation and global compliance. It's a powerful tool for driving long-term sustainability and responsible growth. That's all from me and my friend. Thank you.